Hey Libra, welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be your general timeless reading. So Libra, keep in mind this is for any major Libra placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Keep in mind timing and energy is fluid. This could happen right now. It could have already happened or is about to happen. So just take the reading as it resonates and chunk the rest. I always like to talk about what comes through in my intuitive insights, and then I like to jump in with the cards. So stick around, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. But let's talk about these insights. I feel you're going through some type of initiation. You need to trust yourself. There's a big energy of trusting yourself. You could be coming into what I call divine downloads or divine inspiration when it comes to some type of creation, when it comes to work or art. But I feel there's like this energy of feeling like you're constantly fluctuating up and down, and that would be the Libra scales. And maybe you don't exactly know why, but I do feel there's something brewing in the mind. There's something here brewing when it comes to maybe a new idea. Something here is brewing. Maybe it's time to start your own business. But I do feel this underlying tension. And so if you have tension at work or tension in a relationship, it could be a big sign to say, hey, maybe you're better off somewhere else. But I just feel there's either something here or a situation here trying to throw you off balance with those scales, Libra. And I do feel this is creating a lot of overwhelming anxiety. And so you got to remember, something here is about to come out in the wash. Some type of dirty laundry is about to come out in the wash. And this might really affect you being able to trust others moving forward. What I kept hearing was love and money don't mix. And so there could be a very precarious situation here playing out for you, Libra. And so you can't avoid getting your feelings hurt. But I do feel there's something here trying to distract you when it comes to some type of initiative, some type of an initiative that you need to take, or some type of an initiation when it comes for divine creation. But I do think you might be better off somewhere else. I'm not sure what that means for you. But let's go a little bit further with the cards and let's see what other messages need to come through. We're going to pull in with the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck to start. And we'll see what else needs to come through. Look at that retrograde. So we are in a lot of retrograde energies right now. And so this retrograde is really asking you to reassess, reevaluate, maybe work out a new plan moving forward. And so there might be a very uncomfortable, debilitating choice here. I do feel the energies are feeling a little bit fluctuating, even though you don't know why. I think you got two paths here being presented, and so there could be something here that is tying you down. I'm being shown the Devil card and the Temperance card, and so there's a need to heal some type of an addiction or an addictive cycle or an old pattern here that really isn't serving you. I do think you're better off, but let's get into it and let's see what needs to come through. We are also almost done with the post-shadow Mercury retrograde energies currently. So there might be movement coming forward, but I think you're afraid to trust yourself. Don't be afraid to trust yourself and your intuition here. So let's get some of these out and let's see what needs to come through. What I want you to keep in mind, Libra, is I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards are not here to tell you what to do. So take this reading as an opportunity for growth, to step into your power, to create the life you want. If something is triggering you, click off. But let's get into it. We get the root. This is about getting to the root of a certain issue here. I almost feel like a Queen of Cups energy. So you could be very compassionate, very giving, very loving. There's something here that is blocking you at the root when it comes to the arrival, the first house. And so there's a cycle here I feel completing for you. You are being asked to take this divine inspiration and step into maybe some type of collective leadership role. Yeah, and then the sun. And so I think there's some type of an illumination here. There's some type of energy of you receiving divine inspiration right from the source, right from the divine. And so there's still something hidden though. I think there's fear about moving forward. Maybe there's fear about developing your own business. But you got what it takes. We got the Mars energy on the bottom of the deck. And so this is about something risky. This is about taking a risk. You're holding that sword of truth. And so these divine intuitive hits that are coming through, you can trust them. You got to learn to trust yourself. You've got to take action here. You can be a man, you can be a woman, it doesn't matter. But the Mars energy is saying you've got to put something into motion here. You've got to take action to arrive at your destination here. I would like to read in to the root card, because I do think there's some type of pattern here, deeply rooted pattern here, that you need to overcome, that you need to ascend out of. And so we do all have to build our own roots at a certain point in time. And so there is some type of unconscious pattern here. Maybe you've got a lot of personal history with somebody here, but I feel there's some type of underlying situation here that you need to excavate yourself from. And so there's some deep, deep roots here. There could be an underpinning of an old spiritual or religious belief here that just isn't sitting right with you. And so don't make assumptions. I want to say don't make assumptions. There's a lot of memories and experiences here that I think you've gone through that have fed these very deeply rooted beliefs. And it's time for you to investigate, does this foundation work for me anymore? Is this really what I want? Maybe it's time to uproot a traditional way of being. But I think it's time for you to recognize toxic habits, especially with the retrogrades. It's time for you to get more secure and more grounded, because there might be some type of storm that you're going to have to go through. And so you get to create your reality. You really do, Libra. You get to create your own reality. So if you grew up around people arguing all the time, if you grew up with your parents always in a rift, always in a fight, you might think that that's normal to you. That is not normal. But I think you really need to realize that you don't have to keep recreating these deep karmic roots. You can choose to rebel against them, but there's some type of unconscious pattern here that is deeply rooted, and you're going through some type of foundational paradigm shift. And so trust that when you have a solid foundation of self, you have the roots to withstand any storm. And so you are about to arrive at your most authentic self. So you're being challenged. You're being challenged to see beyond shallowness, to move beyond shallowness and first appearances. And so there's something about seeing behind the smoke screens and taking responsibility for your life and how you choose to move forward. And so really reevaluate how you interact with the world, how you interact with other people, because you are on a journey of self-discovery. And so there's something here about becoming more transparent, because something here is hidden. So get ready to take some type of action. But let's go a little bit further with the Wisdom Angel Tarot cards, and let's see what else needs to come through. Yeah, where are you in denial? I think you're afraid to take action. You are being encouraged to communicate your dreams and your visions. These downloads that you're receiving, they're helping you plan for something long-term, and so you get to take action to create abundance. There's something about the past here that has held you back, and so it's time for you to communicate. It's time for you to stop being distracted, because you always do get to decide what's next. And so our words create a reality. So what are you speaking into existence? Because I don't think you're sharing these divine inspirational hits that you've been receiving, and the universe is saying it's time to communicate. I'm feeling my throat needing to be cleared, so it's time to communicate. All right, let's see what else needs to come through for you, Libra. Please check out the description box below if you would like to book a more personalized message. There you will find the link to my webpage if you'd like to book a personal reading. There's also a link below if you'd like to join the membership side of the channel, where I go live every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to be a channel member, it'll cost you less than a cup of coffee. Head on over there. But we get the Knight of Swords in reversed, the first card out, the Two of Cups in reversed, and the Page of Wands. And so some type of separation is leading to a new creative opportunity. And so somebody here might have unexpectedly left you out in the cold. There could be an unexpected arrival from somebody from the past that you are in separation with. But ultimately, there's a brand new opportunity here. And he's kind of standing in front of a dragon. We are in the year of the dragon. So something about a dragon's head and tail. You might have a dragon's head and tail in your birth chart. But this is about allowing your creativity to soar. And sometimes the depths of heartbreak when it comes to a separation will activate our passions and fuel us to take drive towards something new. And so I do feel some type of fallout within a romantic relationship, or some type of ending, unexpected ending within a romantic relationship, is actually leading you to a brand new opportunity. But you got to recognize your worth and your value. The Empress in reversed, Taurus Libra energy. And so I do feel almost like a refusal of the call. The energy is saying, hey, it's time to take action to give birth to your dreams. The Empress upright is a creator, is a conscious co-creator. She's abundant, she's fertile, she nurtures, she can grow anything. And so there's a need to understand you are here to be a creative being. Stop keeping yourself stuck, Libra, with the 7 of coins in reversed as the central energy. And then the Ace of Wands in reversed. And so I just heard me, 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 me. I don't know what that means for you, but it's like, what are you passionate about? There was a golden opportunity here to fuel your passions, but it's like you're keeping yourself stuck. There's something about being stuck. Maybe you've been stuck in an old cycle for the last 7 years. There could be something about closing out a 7-year cycle. We get the Hermit card. We get Virgo, so you could have prominent Virgo in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo. We get the Knight of Wands upright. We get the 10 of Cups in reverse. So don't stay stuck on some type of hang up here, Libra. I feel maybe it's time to really consider becoming a spiritual mentor. And so we all go through heartbreak. We all go through loss. And this loss is there to open us up to a new path. So I feel you're kind of still stuck on an old departure or an old ending, and you need to move forward. You need to move through this. You need to start planning for the future. And so there could be an amazing opportunity here for you to go forward very, very quickly, but you got to get yourself unstuck when it comes to some type of situation with a person that I don't think is very trustworthy. And then we get the 4 of Cups in reversed on the bottom of the deck. The 9 of Cups in reversed, and the Lovers in reversed. And so sometimes people come to love us, sometimes they come to hurt us. And so I do feel there might be fear about opening up your feelings again to somebody else. But this was a major wake-up call from the universe. And what didn't turn out is actually usually a blessing in disguise. And so how can you take the lessons that you've learned to go towards passionately creating something else? I'd like to clarify the 10 of Cups in reverse, because I just feel this energy of you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. So let's clarify that. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. But we get the King of Cups. We get the World. And we get the 2 of Wands. And so there is a need here to move forward. So maybe you don't trust yourself because at one point in time you thought you found your happily ever after, maybe with a King of Cups, maybe with a water sign, and you completely devoted yourself to this person. You completely trusted them, and they shattered your illusions about some type of family situation. But that cycle is over. Learn the lesson, move on, complete the cycle, and go towards freedom. And so I do think you are going towards freedom here. And you have the ability to create any life you want, but you have to take those next steps forward. You're going to have to make a bold decision here to break yourself free from some type of old pattern or some type of an illusion of, hey, I can't go back. We all have to get to a point where we take responsibility for the life that we've created. If you're somewhere you don't want to be, if you're stuck, if you're stagnant, if you're complacent, you and only you can take those plans and turn them into something great. So you're being encouraged to plan for abundance, to plan for long-term abundance, and to take those steps, to put something into motion here, to achieve abundance, to achieve your goals. And so there's victory here, but you got to stop clinging to something that you need to walk away from. What do you need to move on from? What do you need to embrace when it comes to changes in order for you to really create abundance? Recognize the red flags. Also recognize your own red flags and choose to make some big life changes here. I'd like to clarify the 7 of Coins in reverse, because ultimately You get to plan for the future, and maybe there was a poor investment here that didn't yield any growth and didn't yield any rewards, but it's time for you to plant a seed, and maybe you've rested long enough. It's time to take action. Look at that. The Judgment card in reversed, the Nine of Wands in reversed, and the Two of Swords. And so there's a deep-seated wound here that has really gotten you uprooted. Take the wound, take the gift, take the box of darkness, and unblock yourself. Stop staying stuck. It's time for you to make a choice. You can't overanalyze. You can't stay stuck in inertia. I do feel you're in a state of inertia, and so don't give up. Don't give up. Follow your heart. Stop being a people pleaser. Choose to see the path clearly, because this is about love. This is about love of self, and so this is about pouring into your own cup. I feel a very painful separation here that was a trigger for some type of an awakening for your psychic abilities. And now it's time to trust in these spiritual insights and get to work. But it's like, I'm not getting to work. I'm not working on it yet. So what are you resisting when it comes to learning something new, or maybe going back to school, or working on really honing in on a certain skill or work that you love? What's the block? Let's take that. A burden of the heart. So we get the Ten of Wands. We get the Page of Swords in reversed. We get the Emperor reversed. Stop waiting for somebody to come back and communicate with you. Cut the cord. Sever the cord. This person doesn't have what it takes to step up and lead beside you. So lay down the burden. It's like you put all your eggs into one basket, but you are the one that gets to create the path moving forward. And so there is a golden opportunity here for you to create fortune and abundance. But I think it might entail you going towards some type of entrepreneurial career. There's a new opportunity here when you lay down the burden of dealing with somebody that isn't worth your time. Really not worth your time. And so enough healing has commenced. It's time for you to walk the walk. It's time for you to step into some type of solitude, self-employment, leadership role. This is you creating your happily ever after, and you don't need anybody else to create that happily ever after. So you very well could be dealing with a Gemini, an Aries, any of the fixed signs, a water sign. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Libra. But let's get you a closing message here, because there is a need to just walk away from something. Look at that, Teacher. Authentic voice. And I'm feeling that throat chakra block. And so you are encouraged to remove your blocks on your throat. This is about you creating something, expressing yourself openly and honestly. I think you're being called to step into some type of spiritual teaching role. And so we will be teachers to many people, and we might not even realize that. And people will be teachers to us as well. And so there's a lesson here that I feel was very painful. It needs to be considered a gift. And so take this experience and create something from it. So the closing message for you, Libra, not taking those piles, but there was a significant soul connection here, I feel, that was part of your evolution. And so this person was important. I'm not discrediting the importance of this person, but it's really time for you to tune up and maximize the flow of energy coming in, because you are receiving divine inspiration. So trust in your intuition. Let that intuition guide you forward, because your higher self knows what's best for you. So you're healing this deeply embedded pain. And so sometimes we agree to go into these soul contracts with people to hurt us very deeply, so we can recognize a deeply embedded pattern, so we can redefine our cellular soul DNA, so we can redefine our future. And so face it, walk through it, work through it, face the hurt, face the healing journey, and trust that there's something that you must do this lifetime to clear the pattern. So greater awareness awaits. So spend some time alone, because you are in a major relationship paradigm shift. So spend some time in quiet introspection and trust that there's some type of soul alignment going on here. And so there's a lot happening with your purpose right now. But I do feel this person was a catalyst to redirect you towards this path. So maybe it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to shine your light and assist others on the awakening journey. And that's kind of what I got for you, Libra. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to go further with me with a personal reading, check out the description box below, Libra. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.